There's a hook, there's a notch on it where it'll hold it at a like a 45-degree angle. But I'm like, that doesn't work for live streaming. So, but here we are. Okay, that which is neither here nor there. So what you are here for is your spiritual power. And we are starting a new section today. So let's do the housekeeping really quick and we'll get on to that. And all the housekeeping is simply me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. You will email that. That will get you one email a week that tells you what's going on for the week and the month. And the hot links are hot. I say one email a week unless something unusual happens. I will point out we do live in hurricane country. So the other part of that is it is a blind CC, which means nobody will see your email. And if I didn't mention the hot links, when it says click here now, it means it. It'll take you right to the information or the person that can help you get it. So packed full of stuff. Then I'm going to mention the social media, but merely from the standpoint of we do not monetize it. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to go like, subscribe, follow the pages based on which platform you're on, because we're on most of them. Just not X, because no. And then engage with the individual posts. So like, we'll react, because you can use all the react buttons. React, comment, and share. We think we have good tools to share, so we hope you agree with us. And it is a free and easy way to support the center. More people see our stuff. All right. That is it. So your spiritual power is a collection of inspirational writings. From what, if you read it, if you look it up on, I just threw it on the floor, so I'm going to have to bend down and pick it up. If you look it up on good reads, what it says is it is a collection of some rare works from Ernest Holmes. Like I'd never heard of Your Invisible Power, which is the one we just finished, or I've heard of it, but I didn't have a copy of it. And then the Immortality, never seen that before. I was like, didn't even know that existed, which is what he started with. And I'm like, why start with that? But he did. Now, what religious science teaches, I actually have 2 copies of that. Because, what good religious scientist doesn't have at least a copy of that? But it is the next section, and that is what we are about to do. So give me just a second. I'm going to turn the light on, put my glasses on. And we are going to do the introduction today. What I have decided is because the work that's in here it's very rich, it's very deep, it's very meaty. And so every time he changes topics, I change videos. Because otherwise, I read the final section of Your Invisible Power and I broke it into 2 parts because it was too much. And then I still needed to go away and think about it. So, we're going to do the introduction today and then go from there. But we are in What Religious Science Teaches. And as I said, we are going to do the introduction. And I'm going to get my trusty highlighter ready because Ernest really occasionally he has these really interesting turns of phrases that, I'm like, I want to be able to find that pretty quickly. All right. So, and if you are following along in the book, let me tell you what page we're on. We are on page 91. And it's basically, the introduction is 2.5 pages. So, as I said, the introduction to What Religious Science Teaches. Religious science is not a personal opinion, nor is it a special revelation, which is important to know. It is a result of the best thought of the ages. Jesse calls it syncretic. It means, and he's about to say it, it borrows much of its light from others, but in so doing robs no one, for the truth is universal. One of the things about religion is everybody's got a piece of the truth, but nobody's got the whole picture. There's a meme that goes around occasionally, and it's one of my favorites that says, there are many paths to the top of the mountain. The only person who is wrong is the one running around the bottom telling everybody else their path is wrong. That's it. There are multiple ways to get to the truth. And that's one of the things that Ernest realized is, like, throughout the ages, these people knew what they were talking about. And so what he did was he went and pulled together the best wisdom that he could find from each of the different religions and kind of tried to put it all together in one place. But he also says that we are open at the top. He didn't have all the answers. He said there will be new answers. There will be new questions, because he didn't get every question he had answered. And so he said there will be new answers. And more importantly, there will be new questions. We are open at the top. We are open to more new information. We are open to more information. That's part of the reason why we use science in our name. Because, religious science, kind of a weird name, right? All right, back to Ernest. The Christian Bible, perhaps the greatest book ever written, truly points a way to eternal values. But there are many other Bibles, all of which, taken together, weave the story of spiritual truth into a unified pattern. All races have had their Bibles, as all have had their religions. All have pointed a way to the ultimate values, but can we say that any of them has really pointed the way? It is unreasonable to suppose that any one person or race encompasses all truth and alone can reveal the way of life to others. Yep. Nobody's got all the truth. Everybody's got a piece, but nobody's got the whole thing. So, taking the best from all sources, religious science has access to the highest enlightenment of the ages. In other words, we're not narrow-minded. We recognize that everybody has something to say, and we want to hear it. We do. Religious science reads every person's Bible and gleans the truth therein contained. It studies all people's thoughts and draws from each that which is true, without criticism, without judgment, but by true discrimination. That which is true and possible may be discovered and put to practical use. What is the truth? Where may it be found? And how used? These are the questions that an intelligent person asks. They find their answers in the study of religious science. Shorn of dogmatism, freed from superstition, and always ready for greater illumination, religious science offers the student of life the best that the world has so far discovered. And that's what I like. The best that, without getting dogmatic about it, shorn of dogmatism. Oh, yep. I grew up Catholic. You want to talk dogma? There's another meme that goes around occasionally. It used to be a bumper sticker. Your dogma ran over my karma, or my karma ran over your dogma, or my dogma, that being it. So, it has been well said that religions are many, but religion is one. The varying faiths of humanity are unnumbered, but the primal faith of the race is today, as of old, the one faith. An instinctive reliance upon the unseen, which we have learned to call God. Religion is one faith, hang on. Yes. Religion is one. Faith is one. Truth is one. There is one reality at the heart of all religions, whether their name be Hindu, Mohammedan, Christian, or Jewish. Each of these faiths, limited by its outlook upon life and the universe, evolved its own specific statements of faith called creeds and beliefs, and henceforth was governed by the same. Blah. Ernest. Okay. I'm tripping over my own words right now. Or actually, I'm tripping over Ernest's words. Spiritual experience is always a new thing. It ever seeks to express itself in a new way. The history of religion is a history of periodic breaking away from the older body and the formulation of a new body of disciples to whom had come new light and a more satisfying experience. Mm-hmm. Yep. That being what people are looking for. It's like, I forget which class it was that I was in where Jesse was talking about it. It's that Welling Cathedral where one person has an experience and then the religion is built on that one person's spiritual experience. That's what religion is. Religion is leaning on somebody else's spiritual experience, whereas spirituality is having your own spiritual experience. And ideally, that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to have their own spiritual experience. And religion can be used as a guidepost to help people do that. But when religion says this is the only way to do it, that's when religion is wrong. Or I guess in his way, the religion is never wrong. Religions are wrong. And he uses a capital R and a lowercase r. And yeah, so you see what I'm saying. While the universal mind contains all knowledge and is the potential of all things, only as much truth comes to us as we are able to receive. Should all the wisdom of the universe be poured over us, we should yet receive only that which we are ready to understand. Mm-hmm. That's key. Only that which we are ready to understand. Each draws from the source of all knowledge that to which they inwardly listen. The scientist discovers the principle of their science. The artist taps the essence of beauty. The saint draws Christ into their being, because to each is given according to their ability to receive. To each is given according to their ability to receive. Emerson taught that the immanence of God, the spiritual impulse underlying all life, the divinity of the universe, including humanity, and its message. Emerson. We're talking about Emerson. Let me just start that paragraph over again, because I just made a mess of that and was distracted by something hitting my face. Emerson taught the immanence of God, the spiritual impulse underlying all life, the divinity of the universe, including all of humanity. And his message gradually permitted the sodden mass of the accepted theological concepts of the day. He wrought a revolution in religious thinking, the full effects which we are only beginning to realize in our own time. Yourself, he said, a new-born bard of the Holy Ghost, cast behind you all conformity and acquaint people at first hand with deity. Look to it first and only that tradition, custom, authority are not bandages over your eyes so that you cannot see. Okay, he's quoting Emerson. What? Okay, hang on. I'm going to reread that quote because I don't think I got it right. Yourself, he said, a newborn bard of the Holy Ghost, cast behind you all conformity and acquaint humanity at first hand with deity. Look to it first and only that tradition, custom, authority are not bandages over your eyes so that you cannot see. Let me admonish you, first of all, to go alone, to refuse good models, even those sacred in the imaginations of men. Dare to love God without mediator and without veil. Oh my brothers, God exists. There is a soul at the center of nature and over the will of every person, so that none of us can wrong the universe. Things do not happen. They are pushed from behind. Honestly, I'd like to know where in Emerson that comes from. I may have to go look that up, which because like it could be from the circle, it could be from the oversoul. It's more likely to be from the oversoul, but I'm probably wrong. But that is a very long quote from Emerson. The central principle of the teaching of religion science is this: eminence of God. God is eternal and is an eternal and everlasting essence. All phenomena appearing in the natural world are manifestations of the spiritual world, the world of causes. Our thought is an instrument of divine mind. Christ is the reality of every person, their true inner self. Christ is the unseen principle in humanity. God is in humanity. Actually, God is in everything, not just humanity. But this is me pulling straws. The whole universe is the manifestation of a unity which people call God. Religious science believes sincerely in what is known as the silence. That is, it accepts the teaching of Jesus that the kingdom of God is within. The new sayings of Jesus from... Okay, I'm going to spell this because I don't even know how to pronounce this. Oxyrhyncus quotes the statement as follows: the kingdom of heaven is within you, and whoever knows themselves shall find it. Strive therefore to know yourselves, and ye shall be aware that ye are the children of the Almighty Spirit, and ye shall know that ye are in the city of God, and ye are the city. I mean, I've heard a variation of that quote before, but we are going to have to go look up Oxyrhyncus. Believing that the universal spirit comes to fullest consciousness in humanity. Hang on. Believing that the universal spirit comes to the fullest consciousness in a person, in their innermost self, we strive to cultivate the inner life, knowing that religious certainty is the result of an impact of God upon the soul. Like the Methodism of old, we seek the witness of the inner spirit. We call this becoming Christ conscious or God conscious, meaning by that soul certainty. And that's the introduction. So we're in for a wild ride, I have a sneaking suspicion. But yeah, I'm going to go look up that Oryxrhynicus, because I don't know who that is. It's probably something like Josephus. It was a historian at the time. It could even be a Jewish priest that was writing around that time. I don't know. I've never heard it before. So that's interesting, and we're going to go look it up. And what I'll do is if I can find a link, I'll put a link on the thing. But probably not this morning. I got to get myself ready to go. Because I got a mortgage paying job I got to get to. So that is the introduction to what religious science teaches. We will pick it up tomorrow with the purpose of religious science, which is probably in the Science of Mind text. So I'm recovering ground, and I am okay with that. All right, beloveds. So now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of yourself day. Let's wrap this week up day. Oh God, I have a doctor's appointment day. It's just a checkup. Nothing, there's nothing going on. So do something good for yourself day is what I'm doing. A cuddle your fur babies day, tell somebody you love them day, a read something amazing day, a listen to good music day, always day, a let's hold tight for the cold front that's coming today, a you got this day, a let's wrap the week up day, a whatever it is that you need day, do that day, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You're enough. Just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. That's my favorite part of that statement. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call it, you are godly. All right? So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. I'm going to move on into the process of my day. I'm just going to remind you that Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9-ish tomorrow, and we will tackle more of what religious science teaches. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.